Hi, everyone of the sign of Scorpio. Sorry, I'm having confusion. I actually want this one. I am here today to give you your message for May 2025. So we're going to talk first about 3 important dates that you have to keep in mind of, and then we're going to go through tarot with a weekly update of what you might expect for the different days of the week. Weeks of May. So starting off is the Pluto retrograde is going to be taking place on May 4th, and it will continue until October 12th. Pluto retrograde has a way of being whipping you into shape. It's kind of addressing the things in your life that you haven't been paying attention to, that you should be paying attention to, and that you should correct, because they have a way of sabotaging you in the future. So it can create a lot of turmoil if you've been ignoring a lot of things in your life, and it can be just something that's swiftly moving past you if you have been addressing things that you need to address in your life. So keep that in mind. So let's find out with the charms how this will be affecting you. Oh, that was easy. Only 2. Okay. One of them is the key, and the key has here's the key. It actually has like one of those hot air balloons up in the top. So I feel like you're getting the key to ascend. And then you also have the salamander. And this is fire. This is the element of fire. So I'm feeling like the key to ascend is connected to your solar plexus energy. So I feel like there's an opening or an awakening of your divine masculine energy. So you might find yourself more driven and motivated to create change and expansion in your life. Okay. Second, 12th of May is the full moon. That is going to be in the sign of Scorpio, which is your sign. But then it also has Mars in Taurus and a square in Pluto in Aquarius. I've been telling people to be very careful with this moon. It can be used against us. And remember, we have the energy influencing us 3 days before and 3 days after. So that's 7 days where somebody can send evil eye, evil intention, dark energy towards you, and manifest a limitation instead of a growth. So keep that in mind of creating some kind of spiritual work during that period of time where you're deflecting this negative energy. Okay. Now, let's see how that 12th is going to affect you. And we have the greenhouse. This is interesting because this is talking about your intentions behind things and the way that you're looking at stuff. So it says the greenhouse, number 23. It might be significant to somebody. And it says, may it be clear the intentions I sow in preparation for the path ahead. So this is talking about literally being clear-minded about other people's intentions towards you, other people's intentions towards your path, and your intentions towards you and your intentions towards your path. Because you will be derailed if you do not have a direction in which you want to go in the future. So here it's talking about being really clear as to who you want to be when you grow up, or what direction you want into your life, or how you want to see your life in the near future. Because if not, you will be easily derailed. Okay? Especially with the energy, it's kind of negatively influential. Now, the 29th, the new moon in Gemini has Mercury in Gemini. It is all about networking, connections, growth, expansion, talk, that kind of stuff. And it also has a sextile in Neptune and Aries. Neptune is all about your subconscious, your higher self, your intuition, your magic. And the energy of Aries is the energy of dictating and directing this energy in a very positive way. So it's a great day to manifest. It's a great day to ask so you shall receive. The spiritual plane is highly connected to us, so you can definitely create a stronger bond with your spiritual team by creating like a covenant with them, or communion with them, where you're talking to them and engaging with them. Again, 3 days before, 3 days after, 7 days in total are a very good time for that. Okay, so how is that going to influence you? Okay, we have amethyst. So definitely is talking about your third eye and your crown chakra. And it says, go where your spirit dwells. See, this is talking about doing some kind of manifestation and meditation to connect and create a communion with your spiritual team. Where your sight is clear and your breath is liberated. And so this is when having communion with them, asking for clear direction as to how your future is, clear sight, so that you know what your obstacles are within you and around you, so you can work past them, and that you can always breathe into your existence positivity, growth, expansion, change. So it's like breathing new life into your world. Okay, so let's talk about these 3 weeks. 4 weeks, sorry. The 3 cards for each week. First week. Sorry, because they just told me to do that. One, two. They told me right when I saw the 7 of coins, they told me be careful what you invest in. So we have the 7 of coins. It's talking about something you're investing in. The second thing that comes out of there is Tower. You see, this is why they said be careful what you're investing in. Okay. Then with it, we have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Literally, this is saying be careful what you're investing in. There might be a breakdown in whatever it is that you're investing in. They want you to use your intelligence and use your action plans and strongly move forward in whatever it is that you believe is correct for you. Okay. This is do not dawdle. This is do it yesterday, do it yesterday, do it yesterday. Okay. Second week. I heard less thinking, more action. That's interesting. They usually don't tell me that. Wow. Then we have the Fool card, moving into something new. This is why quick action, quick action, quick action. 9 of Swords. Even though you might be scared, Temperance, because it's going to bring you balance. This is where they're saying stop investing so much time, energy, and effort in something like it's not ready enough. This reminds me of like, no, I can't do this because I'm not ready. I don't have enough knowledge. I can't do this. I have to do imposter syndrome. That's what it's called. And then it's like, no. Let's stop with that BS. You are ready. You're never going to be 100% ready. You're going to be ready enough. Move forward, take action, be smart about the action you're taking, cut things out that you have to cut out, move on. You're going to be scared when you move forward, but it will bring you balance. Third week. Then we have the Judgment card, followed by the Ace of Cups. I almost said the Ace of Emotions. And then the 5 of Swords. So then what's going to happen when you start pushing forward is that you're going to start having a better judgment about things that you've been working on, things that you've been pouring energy with, blood, sweat, and tears in, and realize that many of the things that you were investing in before might have been more of a trauma response than something that is good for you. Why are you telling them that? 1 second. I want to see why they're telling you that. This one. Why are you telling them that? So we got She Who Forgives, Elixir, remorse, guilt, and forgiveness. And then the second one is She Who Whispers, Conscientia, secrets, confessions, confident. I think that the reason this is coming up is that I feel, Scorpio, there has been times in your life where you feel like the victim, right? Where things don't work out your way and you feel like the reason why these things have happened to you or things don't pan out your way is because the world is working against you, people are working against you, something is working against you. And then in you just taking this leap without thinking so much and moving forward, you're going to start seeing how you've been self-sabotaging. That yes, fulano de tal is how we say it in Spanish. Fulano de tal might have interfered, but you knew you should have not been there to have that fulano de tal interfere, because you were going the wrong way to begin with, or you knew that person's personality and you knew that they were going to do that, and the fact that you gave them the benefit of the doubt was a way that you self-sabotage. And so it's kind of one of those things where you're kind of remorseful, you feel guilt, and you feel like, okay, like, that freaking sucks. I totally sabotaged myself, but let me just forgive myself because I was working through a wound, because the Five of Swords is talking about your wound, your wounded warrior energy. It's time now to learn how to keep things to myself, to realize that it's me and that I have to move forward and that I need to progress. You know, these are just things that I need to reveal for myself. It's not that I have to go out there and tell everybody my business. It's just like the inner whispers inside of you, the inner knowing inside of you coming through. Okay. So just keep that in mind. You are awakening. You're awakening to yourself. Okay. And when we find out how we self sabotage, we stop doing it because we're smart about ourselves. You know, it's kind of like when we have an enemy, like in the beginning, shame on you. And then by the second time, shame on me, because now I know who you are. Right. And so in the beginning, shame on me because I didn't know that I was being stupid. Like I didn't know it was a wound. Um, Shame on you. Let's say shame on you. And then the second time, if I do it again, it's my fault because I knew that this is the way that I self sabotage. Okay. Knowing your self sabotaging aspects, you have a tendency of avoiding doing the same thing again. Okay. So, fourth week, and see now, then you start rebuilding. This is the king of coins. The knight of coins. This is then planting new seeds, taking care of your ground, and rebuilding, because the miracle happened with the Virgen de Guadalupe, but the Empress energy that will give you new life, because now you're balancing out your energy. I feel like you had been self-sabotaging. As I'm looking at this, and May will be a revelation as to the self-sabotaging habits and how you need to work with yourself and with the energies around you so that you don't do that again. All right. The bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Coins. The Queen of Coins is the energy of being wise in what you invest in, wise in how you move forward, wisdom that comes from, I want to say, the blood, sweat, and tears that you've experienced. And now you're able to move forward and making decisions in a more, I want to say, wise again manner. Okay. I hope this helps you, and we'll see you the next time.